Welcome back, friends. This video is a guide to how you can watch Spider-Man movies in order from 2002 to 2024. Disclaimer, I'm going to arrange them from the first one to the last one, and the other thing is, don't forget to subscribe as always. At number 1, Spider-Man 2002. In this sci-fi action-adventure under the direction of Sam Raimi, Peter Parker, portrayed by Tobey Maguire, is a high school nerd living a humble middle-class life with his Uncle Ben and Aunt May, and also having a very big crush on his neighbor and schoolmate Mary Jane Watson, portrayed by Kirsten Dunst. But, despite a nerd, he is very smart and also has a rich best friend called Harry Osborn, portrayed by James Franco, son to a famous scientist, and Oscorp Green Goblin, portrayed by Willem Dafoe. Peter's life changes the day they have this science school trip where he is beaten by a radioactive spider and wakes up the following day with superhuman abilities, though disappointingly, he loses his Uncle Ben one night, shot by a criminal called Flint. At number 2, Spider-Man 2 2004. Still under the direction of Sam Raimi, this is a continuation of Part 1, and after Harry's father died battling Spider-Man, Harry kept this grudge, wanting to avenge his father simply because he didn't know the truth that his father died by his own weapons, wanting to kill Spider-Man. What I didn't explain in Part 1 is that because Harry's father wanted to keep his cash cows for his experiments who were about to quit on him for another scientist, he was forced to experiment on himself, and the side effects were aggression. Meaning technically, he created a monster of himself, and when Spider-Man found out, this was the root cause of their battle that claimed his life. Anyways, another scientist called Doc Ock, portrayed by Alfred Molina, also became a victim of his experiments, which also claimed the life of his wife and college sweetheart, making him heartless, and because he wanted something from Oscorp, he made a deal with Harry to get him Spider-Man in exchange for what he wanted. At number 3, Spider-Man 3 2007. Still under the direction of Sam Raimi, besides Harry plotting for his revenge against Peter after he found out that he is Spider-Man in Part 2, Peter himself is facing inner dark demons after his girlfriend broke up with him, and mainly this is thanks to this dark substance from space, or what I would call Venom for Venom movie lovers, that took over him as a host to elevate his dark side. At number 4, The Amazing Spider-Man 2012. Now, for the next two parts, this all happens in another universe where Peter Parker is now portrayed by Andrew Garfield, also living with Uncle Ben, and Aunt May, portrayed by Martin Sheen and Sally Field respectively, though this time around his MJ is now called Gwen Stacy, portrayed by Emma Stone, daughter to a police captain in New York. In this movie, his parents Ben Parker and his mother Mary Parker were science at Oscorp who fled for Peter's safety and left him with Uncle Ben when he was around 6. And they were never heard of from then, which leaves him with curiosity to look for answers, and this is how he ends up in Oscorp, where he is beaten by a radioactive spider that gave him his powers. At number 5, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 2014. From the direction of Mark Webb, Spider-Man battles Electro, portrayed by Jamie Foxx, who gets his powers after he falls into a chemical container containing electric eels still at Oscorp, and his best friend who lost it after finding out that Spider-Man is Peter Parker, who refused to give him his blood hoping it would cure a disease that was killing him slowly. Unfortunately, Spider-Man lost his girlfriend Gwen trying to save her from a fall battling his once best friend.
So, is everyone okay?
This is your chance, Peter.
At number 6, Spider-Man: Homecoming 2017. From here, it all happens in another universe where Peter Parker is portrayed by Tom Holland just after the Avengers battle aliens in New York. And this time around, Spider-Man battles a man called Adrian Toomes, portrayed by Michael Keaton, who makes dangerous weapons from alien scrap to sell on the black market, and surprisingly, the father of his high school crush Liz, portrayed by Laura Harrier, all under the direction of John Watts.
Hey kid, you're like me. How?
At number 7, Spider-Man: Into the Spider-Verse 2018. Under the direction of Bob Persichetti, Peter Ramsey, and Rodney Rothman, this animated Spider-Man movie is actually the only one on the list with a black Spider-Man who gets to meet another Spider-Man from another universe after some rich dirty guy called Kingpin tries to open a portal to the metaverse looking for his loved ones, who died, who by the way also kills one of the Spider-Men.
You gonna be the next Iron Man now?
Well, no, I don't have time. I'm too busy doing your jobs.
What?
I'm kidding. Look, keep up the good work.
At number 8, Spider-Man, Far From Home 2019. Still in Tom Holland's universe as Peter Parker, this time around still under the direction of John Watts, Peter and his classmates go for a European tour where he is forced to battle a fake superhero called Quentin Beck, portrayed by Jake Gyllenhaal, who some call Mysterio. Their new superhero lies to the world that he is from a different universe fighting monsters called the Elementals that destroyed his home, and when Peter with his new girlfriend find out that he is using high-tech drones that create real-like illusions, Beck tries to kill Spider-Man and his friends, and unfortunately, by the time Peter finds out the truth about Beck, it is kinda too late because then he has already handed over Tony Stark's tech that he left for him to Beck.
I've only had 1 week where my life has felt normal. That was when you found out.
At number 9, Spider-Man, No Way Home 2021. Again still in Tom Holland's universe as Peter Parker under the direction of John Watts, after the London incident, one of Beck's tech guys exposed footage showing the identity of Spider-Man, and because of this he and his friends got trouble getting admitted to college. So, what Peter did, because he is friends with Doctor Strange, he went to him for help so that he could make the whole world forget who Spider-Man was, but amidst the spell cast, since he didn't have the time stone anymore, Peter started asking for exceptions almost 6 times, which had repercussions. Because of the interruption, this spell instead brought people who knew Spider-Man from other universes, bringing back all the enemies of Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man and those of Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, including the 2 Spider-Men from other universes, meaning all the Spider-Men you ever knew were in this movie.
It's just hard to see my little man not being my little boy all the time.
At number 10, Spider-Man, Across the Spider-Verse 2023. Now, the unique thing about this action-adventure animation under the direction of Joaquim dos Santos, Kemp Powers, and Justin K. Thompson is that this is the only movie on the list with a Spider-Woman in the metaverse. Thanks for watching if you have come this far, and until next time, God bless.